Hi everyone, Ariel Harrison with KUTV. I am a news reporter based in Salt Lake. The Kouri Richins murder trial is set to begin later this month. In my hands, I have the 23-page questionnaire that already went out in Summit County to prospective jurors. It is long and nearly 100 questions. And now the court and legal teams, they've established a 5-day window that they will have to select 12 impartial jurors for this case. A criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor with vast experience in jury selection tells me this is the longest jury questionnaire he's ever seen in his 20 years. He told me that the standard questions you'd expect to see include biographical information for these prospective jurors, family background, whether you know about the case, have you formed opinions, questions that stood out to him right off the bat, and something he said and told me he has never seen before. Ask those prospective jurors for their social media handles and specific podcasts they've listened to. Now, we want to walk you through what stood out to us, so we've marked some of these questions. 5 pages in on question 29, please identify the social media sites you use: Facebook, Instagram, X, Bluesky, TikTok. Then on that same page 31, what podcasts, including news and crime, do you listen to, if any? Question 33, do you follow any true crime stories in the news media or on podcasts? 34, what is your opinion on accuracy of true crime stories or documentaries? 36, what bumper stickers are on your vehicle, if any? Question 40, have you studied or received any training or work experience in the following areas? In that list that stood out to us included chemistry or toxicology experience. Question 51, have you, a family member, or a close friend ever lost a loved one due to a crime or act of violence? They want to know that from jurors. 53, have you, a family member, or a close friend ever suffered from drug or alcohol addiction? On that same page, have you, a family member, or close friend ever experienced a drug overdose? Several more stood out to us. On question 58, identify whether you watched any episodes regarding this case, Kouri Richins, Eric Richins, her late husband, or his family in any of the following. And then it lists a number of ways this has been covered in media. 59, please identify whether you have read, watched, or listened to any reports regarding this case. And it lists the people involved as well, including news outlets, KUTV, and our online presence. Question 65 we highlighted. Have you been contacted by a telephone survey company regarding this case, Kouri Richins, Eric Richins, or his family? 66, based on what you have read, seen, or heard before today, what is your opinion of Kouri Richins? 67, based on what you have read, seen, or heard before today, what is your opinion of prosecutors on the case? 68, 69, 71 we thought were interesting, but 71 gets into a long list, roughly 90 people that they want to know if you've heard of and what you know about them. 79, they want to gauge how you feel about extramarital affairs. Question 80, and whether you feel Kouri is already guilty before the trial's even started. Question 90 gets into your ability to make decisions in the courtroom based on evidence, even if you don't agree, following the judge's instructions. 93, it asks if you were a prosecutor or a defense attorney on the case, if you would want yourself as a juror. And the last and final question, definitely the most broad, what do you do in your spare time? So these questions we've shown you gives you a sense of what the court and legal teams are really trying to understand from these prospective jurors as they look to seat 12 impartial. You can subscribe to our KUTV channel for the latest on these trial proceedings. For 2 News, I'm Ariel Harrison.